I mean, can y'all see these leaves though? Hey, it's me, Amy. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first video, welcome. My first video did amazing. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much to everyone that subscribed, that's watched the video, that's given me comments, thumbs up. I loved it all, and I appreciate it all, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. So this video is going to be about my plant. I think I have around 14 to 15 plants. And this has been a new hobby for me that I absolutely love. So I felt like this would be a great start to kind of show y'all what I'm working with thus far and introduce you to all of my children, all my plant children. I don't know all of the names of these plants, at least the scientific ones. That's not, I just can't pronounce half of it, but I'll either have it on the screen or in the description below, or both, so you can kind of see which ones you like. And if you have any questions, please ask me. If I say something incorrectly, please correct me, because I am a beginner at this, 110%. But I started the hobby, I want to say maybe like 2 months ago, and I am in love, and I hope that my love for these plants pours onto you, and then you go and you buy a plant, and then we talk about plants, and then we have plant dates, you know, because we're plant moms. Plant moms is a thing, y'all. It is. So let's get right into it. So the baby that started it all is my Fittonia. My first baby. This is a Fittonia plant. It's also called a silver nerve plant because the veins are silvery looking. My first baby. I bought this at a Home Depot. I've had this plant for the longest time out of all the plants. And I don't know, in the beginning I was terrified because this plant drooped when I first got it. It was droopy, super droopy. And then like 2 days after having it, all of the stems just shot up, and I thought I was killing it. I was like, oh my God, what is happening right now? I was going crazy. So I looked up a lot, and I'm still learning, but this is a pretty easy plant, I think. The more you get to learn. It has so much new babies coming in, if you see that there. And yeah, I just love the leaves. The leaves attract me the most to it. The texture of the leaves, you can feel the veins, and it just has like, I can't get over how beautiful this texture is. These are my new 2 baby leaves coming in. They're growing beautifully. My second plant is gonna be this Croton plant. Croton, I said crouton when I first got this plant. So his name is Caesar, for Caesar salad, you know, crouton Caesars. I thought it was cute, you know. I really like this plant because it has these little spikes in the end of it and the yellow inside. And what really drew me to this plant is this one leaf that's kind of curling already on its own. I really like this plant. This one, they do like direct sunlight, so I have it on a windowsill. And I'm finally getting some new growth there. You see that right there? That's all new. I did that. So I really like this plant. I think it's super cute, and I got it at a Home Depot as well. Really like this one. My next one is this ivy. I really like ivy plants. It's super chill. For some, when I watch YouTube videos, a lot of people don't really like ivies because they can be a little tricky, but I haven't had such a bad time with them. I think in general, I'm learning not to overwater my plants because I want to water them like all the time, and they don't need water all the time, you know. So this plant really helped me with that, because there was one leaf that just like drooped, or like discoloration, like that right there, and I was like, no. So I'm learning. We're all learning, yes. And there's new growth coming in over there, right there, and right over there. If you see it, super tiny. But this is my ivy. This one is kind of a new one. Do you see that? It's kind of a new one. This is called an Arrowhead plant, a white butterfly, because of how beautiful those leaves are. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This plant is one of the plants I actually bought on Etsy, which has become my new obsession. Like, I have a wish list, carts full of plants that I want to buy, because in my area, I'm not really finding the plants that I really want in the New York area. Brooklyn specifically, I'm not really finding what I really want. So that leads me to order online, which can get a little more expensive than finding it in store and then having to wait for them to come and ship and to see the condition that they're in. Plan to actually order a few plants on Amazon and do an unboxing with y'all, so I'm really excited about that, so stay tuned. But this arrow plant is so beautiful and the leaves are gorgeous. This plant is called Polka Dot Plant, also known as a freckle face plant. I got this plant, I think it was like a Stop and Shop. It was so tiny that I just wanted it because the leaves, the pink in them, if y'all could see how pretty that is. So this plant is super easy too. It's like really full and there's new growth coming in, and the new growth is so adorable how premature it looks, because you don't really think they're gonna look like this, because the new leaves are really like, they're mainly green, they have like little freckles, and then it's a whole freckle face, as hence the name. But I really like this plant. I love the colors. This is called a purple passion plant, and this camera does not do justice to how dope this plant is. It's purple passion plant because obviously you can see the purple kind of doing its thing. They're kind of like, the texture to the leaves are so fire to me. When I got this plant at a Home Depot, it had another stem and the stem was completely dead, but I was like, I'm gonna revive this plant. Like, I need this plant in my life, in my collection, and now it's thriving. Like, I have new growth here. On the top there's like, you see that little leaf right there? That's all new, and over there as well. So my goal for this plant is to hopefully, the more that it grows, I plan on cutting it and then propagating it, which I will also do a video on because I love propagating plants. And then I can make it as full as it can be, because when you look up this plant, it flourishes, babe. Like, it just, you know, and this does not do justice to how amazing this plant can look and be. So I love it. This is my Jade Plant. I got this at a Home Depot as well. Most of my plants are from Home Depot. I think only like 1 or 2 are from a Lowe's, because Lowe's isn't that close to me. It's a little bit of a drive. This Jade Plant is really cute. I got it specifically because it has such personality with the little dots on it, and there is new growth coming in right there, but I already bought it like this, so I'm not going to claim that that was me, because it wasn't. But I was really excited about that because, especially when examining your plants, you want to know the condition that you buy them in, so that way you can see the progress of where it goes. A lot of times I take pictures of my plants from the moment that I buy them and then try to compare it with like a couple months in between. Depending, if your plant is really happy, then it will flourish. When you're buying your plant, knowing the status of the plant from the start, and then kind of like logging it as it goes, and you're kind of learning, like, is this working, is this not working, what should I change, what should I continue, and stuff like that. So I'm really happy. I was really happy to see that there is possibility of new growth to come. So hopefully the things I do will make that grow more, or otherwise I need to fix something up. This is my Philodendron Brasil plant. This is my baby right now, and there's so much new growth happening in there. Like, I just don't have the words because I'm so happy. Like, do you see how pretty this leaf is? Do you see that? Do you see this leaf? It's gorgeous. These plants grow so long and so wide and so full, and to see it like this and then to enjoy the process of it getting to that place, I feel like that's the most I enjoy about having plants, is the fact that I get them when they're most of my plants, because 1, they're cheaper, 2, I can really see the growth, because as they're growing, I'm growing too. Like, this is so symbolic. Having plants is a real thing. Like, it really cleanses the soul a bit, you know? It kind of helps you put things in perspective. It helps you just like be present on what's happening right now. Like, every time I'm watering them or like cleaning the soil or checking this or doing that, I am present in that moment, and I don't have to think about anything else. I have to do anything else, and it's really therapeutic. But this is my philodendron that I love so much. This is my money tree plant. Just love. Do you see the stem, how pretty that is? And the leaves are super long and full. Some of them are a little damaged, but that just gives them personality. You know what I'm saying? It gives them a little oomph to them, so they're just not like the typical plant. You know, nobody got this money tree. you know, it's my money tree. But I like this plant. It's really pretty. I have it on the window because it says it needs a lot of sun, like direct sunlight. I'm not too sure. It's not like unhappy. It's still being great. If I see some leaves like burn a bit, then I'll know that that's way too much sun. But for now, it's doing really well, so I'm happy with that. This one is my Maranta lemon lime prayer plant. I love this plant. This was another Etsy buy, and I really like this plant. It only has 3 beautiful leaves right now, but right here, something new should flourish from there soon, hopefully. This plant is really dope because do you see how pretty that is? And then the back, it's just as gorgeous because you can kind of see through. And the leaves move on their own. Not really sure as to why. I know there is a reason. I think it's a day-night thing that they move. Like in the day, they're in one position, and at night, they kind of do their thing. I kind of want to record them throughout the day to literally see the movement, because sometimes I think I'm going crazy. I'm like, what? This didn't look like this. And then it'll move, and I'm just like, hello? But this plant is really pretty. I like it a lot. And I actually have the red Maranta propagating right now. I'm not going to show y'all until I'm ready to pot or have my propagation video, but you can see the difference in the colors because this is just the leaf. It's just gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. This one, friendship plant, is so dope because do you see the texture in those leaves? You don't even have to. Do you hear that? Like, this is the leaf, dude. The leaf feels like that, looks like this. And I just found this to be such a fire plant. This is also another Etsy buy. I bought this together with my prayer plant, and I really love it. It seems to be doing really great. There's new growth coming in up there. You can't really see it too well. Maybe if I move this guy, you can see it a little bit. And I love it, y'all. This is my Pothos plant. Another baby that I love a lot. Well, I love all my plants, but this is just like the philodendron plant. This one can get really long and very viney, and I am so excited for that too, because a lot of leaves are just doing its thing. A lot of growth is happening here. These are like the perfect beginner plants. All of these plants, in my opinion, are great beginner plants because they don't demand a lot from you. If they need something, you can really see what they need, because plants are very vocal about their needs in general. This is my ZZ plant. And let's take a moment to appreciate that right there. Like, are y'all seeing that? Are you seeing the growth happening right here? This was not like this when I bought her, okay? This ZZ plant, fire. This plant, honestly, if you want a plant that is 1, fire, 2, would rather be left alone than for you to touch it in the first place, this baby right here. Like, the ZZ plants are so gorgeous, but they really don't like to be bothered. And she made that very clear, because I bothered her and she was getting yellow, and I was like, oh my god, because I was overwatering her. So then I like took out all the yellow leaves and I let her be great. And literally once I did that, this happened. Not even lying. Like, this is how your plants will be like, thank you for listening, and now I'm gonna bless it. Literally, like, legit, that's how it happened. So I'm so happy with this plant. This is my peace lily. This was gifted to me for my birthday. And I love this plant, honestly. And it's the weirdest thing, because from all the plants, or me looking into house plants in general, I'm not too crazy about plants with flowers on them. But this one, first of all, when I first got this plant, all of these were closed. They were all closed, and now they're all open. And this guy right here came out of nowhere, and we have more down here just being great. And it's doing so well, and I'm so happy, because in certain videos I watch, they say that it's like really rare when the flowers open. So it's really like, my head is huge right now, because I'm like, all of my flowers open, so I must got something going right that they're all being great. This plant, as well as many others, they will tell you what they need, because their leaves droop so low when they need water, and literally you water them and within that day all the leaves come back up. So this is what I'm talking about when your plants do talk to you. You just have to be present to listen to them. I love this plant. She is gorgeous. This is my other ivy plant that I have. I bought this plant already looking this great and luscious because do you see that? Like, it wants to say hi. Hello. I love this ivy. This is my second ivy because I already have another. And I just love it. This is my first like real hanging plant that I got hanging up on the wall there. And I am obsessed. These are all of my plants. I'm really excited about continuing growing my collection, my plant collection. These again are all plants that worked with the lighting that my apartment provides, which is like medium to low lighting for most situations. And I wanted to get plants that were easy to maintain because I didn't want to feel defeated in having like a really complicated plant and then the plant dies and then I'm discouraged and then the anxiety is overwhelming. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and again, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if I made any mistakes in names, or if you want to give your 2 cents, please do that too, because I really want to have more plant conversations. I don't have many plant friends, so I need us to be in this together. You know what I'm saying? And I hope I inspired you to go to Home Depot and buy that plant. And if you want us to, we can go together. You know, we can make a whole vlog out of this because I love plant shopping, and would make me love plant shopping even more is to go plant shopping with other plant lovers, you know? So again, thank you so much for the love for the first video. Hope you guys are enjoying this one. Don't forget to be present. Don't forget to just be in the moment. And just like I care for the plants, this is also self-care for me too, you know? As I'm taking account to like how they're growing, what they need, what they don't need. It gives me a lot of perspective on to reflect on what I need or what I don't need, and removing those dirty weeds and giving me some, you know, moisture in my life. You know, you gotta drink that water, like I said, you know. See you for the next video. Bye.